Yes, respected. Sadhakas, Jignasus, Mokshus, Shrotas and Bhaktas and Shishyas of Guru Parampara. Swagatam, welcome. Dhanatrayodashi, Naraka Chaturdashi, Deepavali, wishes and prayers to all. Let us invoke the divine grace not only on ourselves but on all the jivas of entire universe for their spiritual evolution. Festivals we celebrate of those occasions which have happened in the past. So, in that Dwapara Yuga, Krishna eliminated Narakasura, freed all those 16,000 of imprisoned uh, princes. Why should we celebrate now? Only very sublime reasons, maybe many reasons for our understanding and our benefit are we as a human beings continue to live and the Dushta Rakshasas like Bhaumasuras, Narakasuras are always there inside and outside to capture us, capsize us, or to bind us, chain us. You know, then we always need the God's help and grace to get liberated. So they somehow have informed the Lord, we are bound here. Lord, liberate us. So Bhagavan goes there, finishes Bhaumasura, and he releases them. So 16,000. We are also, it's other way in us. We are the Jiva, we ourselves are bound by the thousands of varieties of thoughts and vrittis, one after the other. Identifying with them, through that, identifying with the world outside, being in that samsara all the time, we are just suffering. So we need to be liberated with that step by step enlightenment or the knowledge. You and I, with our limited abilities, resources, we cannot do it. Come what may. Divine alone has to help us, grace us, bless us. So, through the celebration of such festivals, we one express our willingness to get liberated, to knowingly, consciously, that other than God's grace, nothing can help us. We seek it. And the Lord, being so kind, is ready always to bless, help us. He was only waiting for our call. Bhagavan is so modest and very, he doesn't want to involve, even though he sees, unless we call. Like the sign of modernization is what? कि unless somebody calls, we should not go and involve, even though they are in trouble. पता नहीं बोला है. And the fellow in trouble also thinks, कि I'll try myself, I'll not take anybody's help. And thus he goes on suffering. The Lord is more modern than any one of us. Therefore, unless we call him, though he is fully ready, equipped, he won't come to help. Accept this fact as it is. Don't worry or think much about it. Then do what? When we call, he comes and helps and rescues us. This clarity you have, yeah, then call. Invite. So calling the Lord to liberate us from the Narakasura Rakshasa is the beginning of the Deepavali. When the Lord comes and eliminates him, that's a celebration of the Deepavali. So the Lord helped Rukmini when she wrote a letter by saving her. In many other cases, he helped Gopikas, ye, wo, sab. These all are known to those women folk. They were all in the bondage. They were talking to each other. Must be thinking, who can help us to free us from this? because their own brothers, fathers, they could not because this Bhaumasura is so powerfully Rakshas. Then through their mutual discussion, they came to know Krishna is there, he can do it. So from the other stories, they got faith in Krishna, so they invited or requested him. So for us, along with all those grace of the Lord in different occasions, this also becomes added one. Ki Bhagavan has freed so many uh, those princesses from the bondage of Narakasura. So with all other things along with the story, we also develop faith in Lord and ask Him to come and bless us, protect us, save us from this the samsaric bondage. So that is why when the Lord comes in our life, He comes only as wisdom, knowledge, because the ignorance alone is the bondage. That is why among every festivals which are celebrated with lighting lamps and all, this particular Deepavali is the festival of Deepas only, the lamps. For many reasons, one of them, in other stories of Lord, the light in one house is lit. But in this case, 16,000 घरों में भगवान ने रोशनी जगाई. So it's a big thing. So therefore, this festival is Deepavanam Avali. So outside through dharma to mutual help, through positive values, through non-corruption, etc., we have to celebrate the Deepavali. Inside also, always reveling in the truth, in the knowledge, in the self, in the God, we have to revel in the inner Deepavali. So the Lord is already there. It is we have to call Him. Lord gives that knowledge. We have to consciously keeping away our lazinesses at every level, have to gather that knowledge, practice that knowledge, live that knowledge, and make our life a series of knowledges called as Deepanam, Jnana Deepanam Avali. Avali means sequence, series. So Deepanam Avali, the series of Deepas. So no moment, no day, none, not even any occasion. We are living life in ignorance or darkness. Every moment we are living life with full wisdom. That's called Deepavali. And not in delusion, not in ignorance. See the height of the beautiful meaning of this divine festival, Deepavali. And whole life of ours, every moment has to be conducted with Samagra Sampurna Jnanam. What we are doing, what for we are doing, how we are doing, what we are not doing, why we should not do, how to avoid. हमेशा ज्ञान है ना. ज्ञान राहित्यम is samsara karanam. Jnanameva moksha hetu. So the Deepavali is festival of Jnanam. So wishing you all every moment a Deepavali festival. Today, tomorrow, today is Chaturdashi, Naraka. Up to 12:30 daytime, there will be Dhanatrayodashi. Then comes the Chaturdashi Naraka. Then comes the Deepavali. So actually it is Amavasya, absolute dark. There is no moon to illuminate the earth. So what? We will light all the lamps of wisdom. So the Chandamama, the mind with all its mental wanings and waxings is absent, but the intellect with all its wisdoms gained through the Shastras and Guru Upadhisha are there to light our lives. Beautiful, no? अमावस्या है, पूरा अंधकार, no moon. Therefore, the mind and its emotions are not there. Good, thank God. It's not ups and downs, not. But there is Deepana Mavali, pure conscious knowledge. So, Deepavali is every moment, in every occasion, there should be knowledge residing or guiding, general meaning. Particular meaning is what? Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhaya means what? In experience every, in action every, whatever is happening in us around us, seeing the Deepa Kanti, seeing the Deepa Jyoti, and seeing that, what is that Deepa here? Atma Pradeepa, the Jnana Pradeepa of the Atman. So the conscious self alone has to be experienced by us basically in and through. Anything else is just a khel or leela, giving it only that much value. Be in that liberated mood. देखो एक जीवन मुक्त ब्रह्म ज्ञानी, when we look at him surface level, all his actions are like us. But what is the liberation in him is abidance in that Deepavali. He is always reveling in the Atma Jnana Jyoti. That is what is said in Vedanta, it's said in Yoga. I am the Chaitanya Atma Swarupa. Bas, other than me, nothing is there. If it is there, it's only imagination. It's only time pass. It's only Leela. It is only a play to be played according to the rules of the play, neither for winning nor for losing. When the play is played well, you will obviously win. Winning is never a an outcome of non-playing or non-performance well. एक्चुअली जो प्राइजेस जीतने के बाद देते हैं ना, वो हमको डुबाते हैं. अभी से ना जीत को प्राइज नहीं देना, मेहनत जो करते हैं ना उसको प्राइज देना. देन एवरीबडी विल फोकस ऑन मेहनत. इफ ऑल आर फोकसिंग ऑन एफर्ट, एवरीबडी इज विक्टोरियस. Otherwise, if you give prize only to victory winner, only to one or two you give prize, others are not encouraged. Victory is in the race run, not in the trophy won. So let our lives be lit with Atma Jnana Jyoti. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Om Sharushibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhijaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhirvavatu me sada. Mahadevye च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात्. व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ ॐ नारायण. करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री ऐतरेय उपनिषद आचार्येभ्यो नमः. श्री वेदव्यास महर्षे नमः. ऐतरेय महर्षे नमः. आदिशंकर महर्षे नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः Tesham sarvesham gurunam rishinam muninam devatanam कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां भक्ति आदिसाधनानां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्परायाः समस्तप्रक्रियाणां च पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता विश्व पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम ये भक्ताः साधकाः अस्माकं सह शिष्याः गुरवः आचार्याः अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निष्ठिताः कङ्कणबद्धाः तेषां सदा सर्वदा बाह्य अभ्यन्तर विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा आयुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि शक्ति साधना संपदा सानुकूल्यतानां प्राप्ति द्वारा अस्मिन् दिव्य धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं श्री ऋग्वेदांतर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं पातंजल योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे पारायणं च आदौ पारायणम् ॐ मनस्तावतमशान्त्यै यस्य पादनखच्छटा शरदिन्दुरिवा भाति तं निभाभाति तं वन्दे नीलचिन्मणिम् ॐ अथ ऋग्वेदान्तर्गत ऐतरेय उपनिषद् प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ वाङ्मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य म आणीस्तः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रात् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सः एतमेव सीमानं विधार्य एतया द्वारा प्रापद्यत सा एषा विद्रुतिर्नामद्वाः तदेतत् नान्दनं तस्य त्रय आवसथाः त्रयः स्वप्नाः अयमावसथोऽयमावसथोऽयमावसथ इति स जातः भूतानि अभिव्यैख्यतु किमिहान्यं वावदिशदिति स एतमेव पुरुषं ब्रह्म ततमम पश्यत् इदमदर्शमिति तस्मादिदन्द्रो नामेदन्द्रो ह वै नाम तमिदन्द्रं सन्तम् इन्द्र इति आचक्षते परोक्षेण परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः परोक्षप्रिया इव हि देवाः ॐ शान्तिः 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 friends. Like in any of the pursuits of the world life, we need to focus at least at the time of doing exclusively on that job. Then only the perfection will be there in our doing, and therefore can command the consequent result success. In spirituality also, spirituality में थोड़ा ज़्यादा मेहनत किया है, unlike the other professions where at the time of doing profession you are exclusively involved, but other time you can involve in many other things. In spirituality, that option is not there. We take it, but not there. One's life dedicated to spirituality, it cannot have any other samsaric vishayas. If not today, maybe after few years or maybe janma, we have to come to this exclusive levelness. Otherwise, all our spiritualities only at the lip level or intellectual level. Samsara is never transcended. Mukti is dream or imagination only to such one, because on our listening we are cancelling through our valuing the worldliness. World should only be there for vyavahara. Other than that, zero importance to the whole world. That much exclusiveness we have to have. If not today, maybe after some years of study, etc., when the knowledge becomes stronger, Jignasa, mumukshutta, to know the truth becomes stronger. At that time, again, when we approach the Guru and ask, hey Guru, what to do? He says the same thing which he said so many years back, that you have to become exclusive. No other thing should be in your vicinity, in your vision and antakaran. That time we agree. We may not agree now because of so many inner and outer compulsions, self-created or brought by us in the from the past life. Never mind. Second thing is, even once we become exclusive, there, the attempt should be wholehearted. Like in other works too, when we become exclusive in the work, we have to be wholehearted also. Whether it is any business or profession or whatever duty we do or cooking the food at home, कुछ भी हो exclusively उसी पे दृष्टि रखनी है और wholeheartedly हर एक चीज को step by step करना है. Such people who are habituated this way to do exclusively and wholeheartedly, systematically, they never get bored of doing those things for millions of times because their dhi is in such a samasthiti, they are in a type of samadhi only, which gives that joy. Those who are not exclusive, 10 चीजें मन में रखा है, and those are not wholeheartedly doing, but doing with a hole in a heart, such people don't cherish. So we also, once we become exclusive, then the wholehearted application of ours. And in that also again, the three sthais, isn't it? First sthai is what? In collecting the data, wholehearted efforts, all in all efforts. And now, second thing is wholehearted approach is in analyzing, dissecting, or reflecting on the data collected wholeheartedly, all exclusively, fully, till the subject matter becomes pakka thoroughly understood, not superficial. Then naturally, the third wholeheartedness is in the application of all that convinced jnanam through sadhana till the Paramatma is experienced. This thing we are seeing in last 2 days, even today, tomorrow, in our yoga darshan, isn't it? Yoga anga anushthanat. How long? Continuously. Ashuddhi kshaye. What it means? Total ashuddhi gone away. Jnana diptihi. How long? Till it reaches the peak. Leading to what? How do you say that the Jnana Dipti has reached the peak? Aviveka khyate hai. Till the initiation of Viveka khyati up to the fulfillment of Viveka khyati in removing the vidya and releasing us from the dukkha samsara and giving us atma sukha. Isn't it? Same thing here also, everywhere. Exclusiveness, completeness in the application, wholehearted. Now, these are the things we have to create in us. We have to become aware that they are required. When we do the abhyasa of them, then slowly they are owned by us or we are mastering them, will master them. In many of the millions of these serious, sincere, genuine seekers, problem is these two things miss. They are good, they are seekers. But by the way, good होने से seeker होने से बात नहीं बनता ना. In many things in world, people are very good, very serious. But you are not capable, yaar. I can't give you naukri. Along with being good, along with being serious, you should also have the abilities, capacity. Then only I'll give you employment. नहीं तो क्या है फिर then you can't. In a incapable person giving the position is a calamity only to the whole work. इतिहास तो रिजर्वेशन थोड़ी चलते हैं. आधा जिंदगी पूरा रिजर्वेशन के लिए लड़ते रहते लोग. बाब नंबर वन पागल. What reservation? Bhagavan already gave you reservation. You are made as a human, even though you don't deserve. Every facilities that are given. है ना? अब यूज करो उसको. है ना? What a funny thing that somebody claims reservation and somebody gives it. Claiming person claiming to be lazy. Giver is giving to become continuous in the power position. कोई मतलब है उसका? पूरे देश के उद्धार का संबंध है? थोड़ा सा कॉमन सेंस. How can you relate these two things with the development of country, Murak. In the same way, in spirituality, there can't be any reservations. If you don't have that ability to perform also wholeheartedly, we can never succeed. So, first is exclusiveness, second is wholeheartedness at all three levels of gathering information, second level of theoretical pakka understanding through tivra shigra vichara, dirgha vichara. Tirva vichara, shigra vichara, dirgha vichara. Once the conviction comes, then we have to have guts to live up to that knowledge wholeheartedly. Then only we will be able to rising above all earlier lifestyles of bondage into the new horizon of experience of moksha. Moksha is experience that I am liberated. I am not bound by any upadhis. That never bound by any upadhis, that ever liberated Satchidananda Brahma is me. This is called Anubhava. This Anubhava is moksha. Okay. Now the Rishi Munis are in that Anubhava. Then they request the Lord has revealed through them these guidances for all of us also to get that Anubhava, and they are called Apaurishaya, Shruti or our Upanishads. So we are going on seeing from the first one onwards. Only at the theory level we are there, we know. Even that also not exclusive or wholehearted. But some initiative taken, some beginning has come. Then we have to refine it, retune it, make it more and more finer. All these efforts. है ना, क्या करना क्या पाना यू एंड आई नो नाउ, बट उसके लिए एफर्ट्स वगैरह और रिफाइन करते जाना, प्रोसेस को रिफाइन करते जाना, यही हमारा उद्देश्य है. This is done not in the class, of the class. You have to start becoming sadhakas of the class time. Enough of only coming to class claiming to be sadhak. Class is only to keep up on the path, to give us the data continuously, to see that we don't lose our track, to inspire us. This is what the class is meant for. But in the class, where are we making use sadhana, do sa? Where are we doing? Only intellectually blabber ही कर रहे हैं ना, बोल ही जा रहे हैं. बोलते जाना साधना नहीं है ना. नाय महात्मा बोले न लभ्या सुने न लभ्या. So we have to become serious of the class time. How to do? Everyone finds their own time, their own conveniences, their own ways, and one can do it. That's why even Guru teaches Shishyas and says, "Tu ja, यहाँ से आश्रम छोड़ के जा, यहीं उस कुटिया में बैठ, but you do your sadhana, you work it out." Good. So one by one Upanishad, good. They are all giving us the datas and the variety of methods or techniques to truth, realize the truth. So data is with us. Select any one of the Upanishads among them for your own reaching the goal. Exclusively do that. Other Upanishads you keep referring so that the authority of Upanishads inspires always us to be on the path. Because the reality का path क्या था? अनुभव मिलने तक कुछ नहीं मिलता हमको. Like some temples, when you go in line for darshan, en route only पीने को पानी, बिस्कुट, बच्चों को भूख लगती है, तो आपके लिए कुछ खाने की चीजें मिलते हैं, खरीद सकते हैं. देर आर सम टेम्पल दर्शनास, एंटर किया लेन में, भगवान का दर्शन होने तक बीच में आपको सिर्फ पानी मिलता होगा, मैक्सिमम वो भी नहीं. वेदांतिक मार्ग इज दैट टिल परमात्मा obtained, everything should be given up in between. लेकिन वहीं जाकर ही अनुभव मिलता है. तो वी हैव टू हैव दैट पेशेंट ब्यूटीफुल consistent application. Now select such path and all that your choice. ईशकेन कट प्रश्न मुंड मांडुक्य तैत्तिरीय ऐतरेय. Taittiriya are over Aitareya. First Adhyayam, third Khandam. The topic under discussion is Bhagavan entered the human body, identified with three avasathas, identified with three avasthas. Swabhavikya avidya. Don't ask question why. Swabhavik avidya. Thereafter, going through the Dharmavarana Sukha Dukha, any number of the Mudgar Abhigata he is getting from And the Mudgar Avigata named Dukkha because of many Anayaka Sahasra Anartha. Yet na Prabudhyate. So at this level we stopped yesterday. कि awaken नहीं होता. What is the essence of it? अपने आप ना प्रबुद्धते. Clear? And then in the problematic zone only, he tries to find the solution. He finds solution for that particular problem only to end up into the other problem. है ना? तवा से उठकर चूल्हे में गिरना. है कि नहीं कहावत? तवा से छलांग लगाया बचाने को अपने आप को, गिरा किधर? जाके चूल्हे में डायरेक्ट. तंदूर से उतरकर चूल्हे में गिरना, या जो भी कहो. We were doing. That is why अनेक शत. See, एक तो arrogance is there. Second, not want to get guided is there. Third, in the delusion, in the problematic zone only, trying to find solution, even finding it, but not knowing that the other end of the solution has its own, again, the generation of other set of problems. Therefore, we all are in the world only. अर्थ काम ही समस्या है, और समस्याओं का समाधान हम अर्थ काम से ही करना चाह रहे. धर्म इस समस्या का समाधान है, अर्थ काम के समस्या का. But the लक्ष्य is मोक्ष. Okay. Then now in today's 13th mantra, Dhanteroyodashi and Chaturdashi, good no? We will be seeing how he comes out of that stupor slumber, na prabudhyate, say how he gets prabodhita. That topic is discussed. And this next one, 13-14 श्लोक थोड़ा सा गंभीर कठिन, थोड़ा सा घुमा फिरा के होते हैं, समझना पड़ेगा हमको. उसने लिखा भी है कि घुमा फिरा के है, समझ सको तो समझ लो. मंत्र itself says परोक्ष प्रिया ही. परोक्ष में घुमा फिरा के बोलना. Let us chant the mantra 13. है ना? सजातः भूतानि अभिव्यैख्यतो किम इह अन्यं वावदिशदिति सह एतमेव पुरुषं ब्रह्म तत मम पश्यतु idam adarsham iti. Yesterday we saw the literal direct meaning. We have to see the meaning through Bhashyam today. So literal meaning kya hai? Sahajata. That is how he is born as a jiva. Bhutani abhivyaikyatu. Then he got expanded, identified with everything with the mama and aham bhava. Then he started inquiring. Again, in the Shruti Mata, he started inquiring is given. Actual thing is, he can't inquire by himself. Somebody has to initiate that thought. That we'll see in the Bhashya. But he inquired. What he inquired? Kim iha anyam. What is there here in this world other than me? Kim iha anyam va avadishyat iti. In that inquiry, which took lot of time and lot of processes, या तो शॉर्टकट में बता रहे. Then he discovered. What did he discover? Saha etameva purusham apashyat. He has seen the Purusha. Who is he? Brahma, then Tatam. What is it? We will see in the Bhashya. When he has experienced it, then idam adarsham iti. I have experienced this Brahman, he spoke. How can you experience this Brahman and say that I have experienced this Brahman? You are Brahman, no? Parokshena. That is a twist there. We will see it. Okay, start. Bhashyam. Saha jataha. That Parabrahma born. What is born here? Sharire pravishtaha jivatmana. Don't get confused in understanding that Brahman is born. How can he be born? If he is born, it means he was not there earlier. He was not there earlier, it means he is limited, conditioned, never is perishable. देखो, उपनिषद माता बोलती है अच्छा जाता चल शंकर भगवान will explain to you, protect you from getting confused. He says sajata means sharire pravishtaha jiva atmana. Clear? Don't have any ambiguity here. As the process told so far, through the Simana Vidarya, by identifying with the three avasataha, going through three avastaha, he is now behaving as Jiva. So that is called Paramatma's Janma. यहाँ जाता शब्द जो दिया है, जाता जन्म लिया, एक जन्म केवल पहले नहीं था जीव के रूप में, अब जीव के रूप में प्ले कर रहे हैं. That's how the word jata is used. It is not that he has forgotten his own self. If the self is totally gone away, no jiva can again liberate himself by knowing the self or reality. So यहाँ जो कह रहे जाता श्रुतिमादर जाता कहा, तो पहले नहीं था कि आप जन्म लिए फिर बाद में मरेगा परमात्मा. ऐसा जो क्वेश्चन करते उनका मुंह बंद करने के लिए शंकर भगवान कहते जाता मीन्स शरीर प्रविष्टा, मीन्स जीवे न आत्मा. ओके, जीवात्मा के रूप में परमात्मा भी शरीर में प्रवेश कर चुके हैं. Then he was going through all अनुभव of three अवस्था है, three अवस्था है तो three अवस्था है, इसमें सुख दुख इत्यादि है. And then he went on continuing in that for long time in that deep prasupti, Gada prasuptaha, even though so many mudgara prahara was happening to him. All that is covered by Bhashyakara in the earlier mantra itself, because to cover that topic here in this mantra, that occasion is not there, moka chance. But without giving that intermediate missing point, this cannot be said, which is in continuum. And it has to be related to be the sadhakas. So we are now at the level of samsara. So for us, the cause of samsara is told up to this point. Then the moksha also has to be told. Shrutimata told both of them. But in between, the longevity in the samsara of us, the reason has to be told. That is what. We are not awakening, even though so many anartha dukkha rupi moha mudgara praharas are happening. So the crucial point here is what? Every prahara of udgara of the dukkha, be attentive, is only to awaken us toward the eternal and truth reality. And beautiful thought is what? This prahara of anartha and dukkha mudgara, the beating by the misery named maze, will continue till you wake up. This is the important thought here. जब तक हम परमात्मा को पाने के दशा में चलने वाला जागृत अवस्था या वेकिंग अप में नहीं आते, तब तक प्रहार लगेगा. लाइक द मदर, टिल दैट फेलो गेट्स अप शी गोज ऑन स्कोल्डिंग, पुटिंग वाटर, जाके लात भी मारते, डंडा भी मारते. So this solves for us once for all a question so beautifully. And you can celebrate Deepavali only because of this one knowledge, one thought. Your life is made into Deepavali. My life is also made into Deepavali. Beautiful. That the question is answered. What is the question? Why problems to me, Swamiji? This question eternally all of us have. Problems are different. But why this problem to me, hey Guru, oh Lord? This question is answered for eternity. No more this question should be asked by you and I. After listening to this, we have lost the right to ask question. Why this problem to me? The only answer is just for you to awaken. Bas. Awaken to the spiritual goal, to go through the spiritual path by reaching to the spiritual teacher and gaining spiritual knowledge. Why the problem to me? It's only because क्यों हो रहा है दुख का मुदगरा? अवेकन करने के लिए. कितना लगने के बाद भी नहीं उठ रहा है वो, तो फिर लगी रहे हैं वो. तो फिर लगना बंद होना है तो क्या करना? उठो. when child wakes up, mother will not beat him anymore. उठने के बाद क्यों मारेंगे? उठने को मार रहे थे, उठ गया वो. So to make us awaken to the truth, all anartha, dukkha, mudgara, abhigata were given to us. Once we awakened, there is no misery. Again, awakened is what we gave in the introduction. Exclusively, then wholeheartedly. In that wholeheartedness, all the three aspects of wholeheartedness while collecting the data, by coming to the class and studying the books, wholeheartedness in contemplating on the data to get the knowledge beyond any doubt, full conviction. Then the third wholeheartedness is living life accordingly. Then there is no problem. That way, thousands of time already enough. Earlier, every class, we were given every information. When used, we would have long back only awakened to the truth. No more slumber, no more prahara of the any dukkha mudgara. How many times we were told you are the self, not the panchakoshas? But कहाँ उठे हम इस ज्ञान को? सोते ही रहे. What solution is already given, but we are not taking medicine. टैबलेट दिया, ले नहीं रहे हम, बस सफर कर रहे. कुछ बेवकूफ अहंकारी होते, दे भाई मेडिसिन, बट दे से नो, मैं ऐसे झेलूंगा, आई विल नॉट टेक मेडिसिन. सफर. What a funny thing. We are all that creatures only. Solution given, but we don't want to apply it. So the question is answered. Why this problem to me? Only to awaken to spiritual path, spiritual practice, spiritual goal. Then all other questions, how do they end? Where will they end? Same answer. When you take up spiritual path and keep moving, in which you discover the truth reality, and you also know that what we were suffering was nothing but in a dreamy world of illusionary projections. यही solution है आपको. कोई अदर तरीका है क्या? होता तो हम ही बताते, नहीं है. Nobody can give us a solution better than our rishis. And they can't give any secondary solution. What they give is best. And they gave the Upanishads. In the Upanishad, they gave Brahma Vidya. So Brahma Vidya is only the solution. Be attentive. For everyone, whoever they are, for any of the problem to come out of it. That's how Adhyatmika Jivana becomes the Samadhana for every samasya of every jiva. Just like in any number of people having any dreams and having any number of sufferings in those dreams, for all of them, the common solution is they have to wake up to the waking plane. You suffer in your dream, I suffer in my dream, but both are suffering. For both of us, solution is only one: wake up to the waking. So somebody is financially suffering, somebody health-wise suffering, somebody relationally suffering. Remember, when I solve the problem finances at the finance level, because you are at the level of finance, finance has naturally inherent problem. So you have not come out of problem. So too at the physical level, when I have a problem, when I solve the problem at the physical level, remaining at the physical level, still you are at the physical level. The physics is inherently has the tendency to create again problem, if not today, tomorrow. Therefore, never ever you can solve problems being in that level. The only solution is spiritual awakening. Of course, this can't be directly communicated to undeserving, unworthy people who can't catch it. But you and I, listening from so many years, we are expected. The Lord is expecting from us that we will be matured enough to catch. Therefore, He is hinting to us this, ki how many mudga prahara are happening, still you are not awakening. So therefore, if you want to stop that anartha dukkha prahara, awaken. What is awakening? We have seen here. You tell this to your children, बेटा तुम्हारे सारे प्रॉब्लम आध्यात्मिक बनो तो दूर होंगे. They will not listen, they laugh at you. It's like you laughed when your parents told long back. They have to mature through lot of mudgara prahara to this level. That is why ultimately, that is why the Shruti Mata, that's why the rishis. And we all belong to Guru Gotra Rishi Parampara. If you really remember our Gotra, the real remembrance of Rishi and Gotra is first to become spiritual seeker. Then what? Then क्या all problem solve हो गए? पूछने को सवाल ही नहीं. इन सब मैच्योरिटी को पाने के लिए हमको लगातार सत्संग सुनते ही रहना है, शास्त्र ही सुनते रहना, नो अदर. ओके, सह जातः शरीरे प्रविष्टः जीवात्मना. So sajatah explained. Now second line is bhutani abhivyaikyatu. What is the meaning is what? Bhutani abhivyaikyatu vyakarotu. So what has he done? So bhutani vyakarot means he himself expanded to identify with all the things around. That's why I said these two shlokas are very typical way of saying. So sajata bhutani vyakaroti is so simple, like the child when he is born, immediately, immediately means within few days of time, months, etc. Bhutani vyakarotu, to recognizing mother, recognizing father. First recognizes the people, then the relations are told, then the importances are told. Then what we get from them, everything is told. It goes on expanding. So we are made related parjaya with the people, the relations, with the objects, the way of using them. बेटा ये कुर्सी है बैठने के लिए होता है और ये चम्मच है खाने के लिए होता है. This is called as we are introduced with so many things and we are made to use them, get identified with them. All of that is put in one sentence. Bhutani vyakarotu. Abhivyakhyata vyakarotu means he expanded uh, to identify with the things and beings. Some are out of necessity for survival, some other things out of some securities, fearlessnesses. Many are in the imagination projection that gives sukha and etc. So in this way, many things and beings have come into our heart around us as very important words which we have developed, mamata and ahanta. यहाँ पूरा संसार भर गया फाइनल. But from here only again solution also starts, the realization. How it happens? Ki having developed all contacts, relations and lived through them, है ना, and going through all limited sukha and dukha, on the same setup or system, he starts focusing with a question mark, inquiry. What are all these? है ना, that's what Adi Shankara in Bhaja Govindam. कस्त्वं कोहम कुत आयातः कामे जननी को मे तातः. कहत्वं कोहम, who are you, who am I, kuta ayata, where from we have come, kame janani, who is my mother, ko me tata, who is my father, iti paribhavaya sarvam asaram vishwam tyaktva swapna vich. When you think about it, everything is found to be delusory, the self alone is reality. Another place also, Kate Kanta Dhanagata Chinta. 3-4 slokas of this type Adi Shankara writes in Bhaja Govindam, based on this only. What is based on this? Now, two things are covered. One, he entered into the Sharira as Jiva. Second is got identified the things and beings and involving in them and going through Sukha Dukkha. Sara ek second point mein lagao. Now, the third point is what? Ub Jakar, getting bored out of it, frustrated, he started inquiring about all the things and their relation with himself. Kastvam koham utayat. In the heat of that inquiry, all delusions, both of mamata with the whole world and ahanta of my own self, they all got burnt away. He traced back from all this gamut of outer samsara, inner upadhi tadatmya, to his own real inner self. Isn't it? This is the beauty of this portion. So, sajataha bhutani abhivekyat, then kimiha anyam vavat. What is there here in this world other than me, the self, or other than Brahman? He discovered. Then Brahma Purusham Tata Mama Pashyat. It is abruptly said in one after other 4 sentences. But the practice of it and really seeing that Brahman, which is solution of all problems, will take hundreds of lives, depending on our speed, our knowledge, our ability, etc. But this is how he has awakened. That is said. Now भाष्यकार का भाष्य पढ़ो, क्या बढ़िया है. तो सबूतानि अभिव्यख्यत इज इक्वल टू भूत इज इक्वल टू व्याकरोत. हो गया. प्रॉब्लम इज नाउ फुल. 100% प्रॉब्लम. अब यहाँ से सॉल्यूशन शुरू करना है. The solution told by Adi Shankara here, following this mantra, follows where he stopped in the commentary of the earlier mantra. Where did he stop? He stopped at कि अनेक अनर्थ दुख मुद्गरैः अभिघातैः अपि न प्रबुध्यते. Even though getting beaten by the blows of the mace of the dukkha, he doesn't awake by himself. Somebody has to wake up. Therefore, how he started his waking up process right from the first step called as inquiry. First vicharana, avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartayet. Whatever the gravity of the problem, it all starts and becomes so grave only because of wrong or non-thinking. So too, whatever bigger the biggest problem, its solution right from the step 1 till the whole thing is solved out happens only through vichar. So simple. तो यहाँ देखो कहते हैं saha, that jiva now, Paramatma only entered and identified and became jiva and getting kicked and suffering. Such one now saha. Step by step. See, kadachit. Kadachit means unknown reason. Cannot be exclusive. Why reasons are not told? Because same reason is not for everyone. But everyone has some reason, but that cannot be told. Therefore, this reason it is not said, but some reason it is said. That some reason is called kadachit. मतलब कभी कभी मतलब कभी एक बार किसी कारण से. वो कौन सा बार है? बार मीन टाइम. At what time and what reason? Non-specific. But there comes a time, there comes an occasion. कदाचित का अर्थ क्या हुआ? अतः हुआ. Like in each of our lives, we all were in samsara 100%, entered into spirituality. So we are common both in being in samsara earlier, common that we are now in spiritual. But who has entered at what time, for what reason into spirituality is different. है कि नहीं? समय अलग है और occasion अलग है. कुछ भी हो. Each one different. Like we are talking about we few who are seated in the class, there are thousands of sadhakas. Everyone was at samsara earlier. Now they are in sadhana. How they entered into sadhana, each one's cause is different, time is different. Specifically we can't say. That is why kadachit word is used. So saha, that jiva, kadachit. बस किसी न किसी टाइम पे कोई ना कोई कारण से क्या हुआ उनको? परम कारुणिकेन आचार्येण. That is the word to be underlined today. Parama Karunikena Acharyena. The most compassionate Acharya comes in his life. Acharya का 3 अर्थ होते हैं. 1, Achinoti Shastrartham. He pulls out from the Shastra the perfect artha. Then Acharati. Himself he does practice. Then Sthapayati. He puts in the hearts of the disciples. Then Asaranam Karoti or Karayati. Sorry, the word. So Asaranam Karayati. So bringing out the meaning, practicing himself, inducing that knowledge in the disciples, and ensuring that they practice it. That's the meaning of Acharena Acharya. Achinoti Shastrartham Acharena Sthapayati cha. Acharena Sthapayati means he himself does acharana and gives them encouragement, beta isko aisa karna hai. Then Acharena Sthapayati is, he doesn't stop by telling only theory to the truly dedicated disciples, but he makes them do it because only doing gives the result. Not just knowing. He ensures. But for that, the disciple has to be surrendering. कि मेरे को करना है लेकिन कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ, बताए. अब बंदा तैरना सीखना ही नहीं चाहता, कोई ले आकर पानी में थोड़ी डालता. आई वांट टू लर्न बट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू. देन आचार्य कम्स एंड मे slowly teaches. Swim Acharya. Isn't it? सो परम कारुणिकेन आचार्येण, देखो वही परम कारुणिक आचार्य, अरे भाई द वन हु इज एस्टैब्लिश इन द ट्रुथ, जाओ कहीं जंगल में बैठो, why should you come to this lower level of upadhi, understand the problems of disciple and try to explain him, but his ego doesn't listen. Human being, the only stupid fellow in the whole universe who thinks who is intelligent. The whole universal other things beings never troubling themselves or others or the universe. We are the only ones who are the calamity to the whole world. Such egoistic fellow has his own ego, doesn't obey to the guru. मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ बोलता, अब देखो guru has to love him, tell him, like every stupid child to a stupid mother. That fellow not eating food, एक डंडा दे दो उसको, नहीं तो छोड़, भूखा मरेगा वो, खाता ही नहीं, वो नाटक करता रहता है वो. इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड तो वन चाइल्ड फॉर द होल फैमिली. इन आवर टाइम ऐसा था, खाना खाना तो खा, नहीं तो भाग यहाँ से. वाई शुड दैट मदर गिव फूड, नहीं खाओ छोड़ो, बट परम कारुणिक. हाउ मेनी मिस्टेक्स वी डू childhood. Father, though sometimes scolds, but he never leaves us, Parama karunik. Same way the Guru. Guru has no purpose, no, will have no gain by holding on to these useless disciples. That is why. जहाँ हमारा कोई फायदा नहीं है और बहुत नीचे उतरना पड़ता है, बहुत मेहनत करना पड़ता है, उसके लिए जो हृदय है, दैट्स कॉल्ड परम कारुणिका. Therefore, परम कारुणिकेन आचार्येण, पूज्य गुरुदेव एंड ऑल, परम कारुणिक. Otherwise, what traveling throughout the world of different places, people, atmospheres, food, झेलते हुए सबको, and the type of people, nature, everywhere different, each center different, committee, president different, secretary different. Like in some place, you are in some place, let's say there is a committee. You know what not, they are all funny. How it is troublesome. No, he'll have to go to all over the world. Each variety is different, but everybody's problem committee. Yet he'll have to go. How will he do that? Paramakarunikeena. So, kadachit paramakarunikeena acharyena. Okay? And who is the Paramakarnika Acharya? Ki Atmajnana Prabodha Krut Shabdikayam. With the Shabdas. What is Paramakarnika Acharya helps by? Shabd देता है. कौन से शब्द देंगे वो? कि आत्मज्ञान प्रबोध कृत शब्दिकायाम. तो आत्मज्ञान में हमको प्रबोधन करने वाले शब्दों के द्वारा. And what are they? Vedanta Mahavakya Bheryam. See that continuation of the thing. He was in that na prabudhyate, sleeping. So to a sleeping person, how to wake him up? Example of कुंभकर्ण, कि उसके कान के सामने भेरी निनाद जब करोगे ना, the terrible sound of the trumpets, etc., he wakes up. I told you the example of Bhagavata ityadi. When Naraji gave all that and all, only Bhagavata he could wake him up, make him give that Bhakti Mata, then Jnana and Vairagya. In the same lines here. See how beautiful. Atma Jnana Prabodhakrut Shabdikayam. आत्मज्ञान में ज्ञान के द्वारा प्रबोधन करने वाले शब्द कौन से हैं, वो उच्चार दे. वेदांत महावाक्य. And what is Vedanta Mahavakya, which the Guru is using, Acharya using? Bheryam. Bheryam. Bheri means the huge trumpets. Bheryam. And where? Tat Karna Mule Tadyamanayam. In the ears of the sleeping this Jiva Samsari, Tadyamanayam. He hits that sound. Karna Mula. Not this Mula. Through the ears to the end of the Karna. Karna Mula hota hai buddhi. Through the years up to reaching to the level of buddhi, he will do the tadana of the Mahavakya of the Vedanta, which are the purpose of waking up to the Atmajnana. So Atmajnana Prabodhakrit Shabdikayam Vedanta Mahavakya Bheryam Tat Karna Mule Tadyamanayam means present continuous tense. When he gets this way, the sleeping Jiva Samsari suffering, continuously beating of the sound of the trumpet of the Vedanta Mahavakyas through the years till it reaches its mula of the buddhi. ना, लाइक अलार्म, अलार्म टप टप करके चुप नहीं होता, वो बोलता जाता है टिल यू वेक अप. So to somebody is sleeping, you don't say wake up. You tell go on saying in different words till he wakes up. So to the Mahavakya Prabodha from the Guru is presently continuously happening, which is reaching through the ears to the Mula of the ear called as Buddhi of the disciple. Till that time the Guru goes on doing that very ninada in his ears till he wakes up. What it means very subtly, till we wake up to the Atma Anubhuti, to our ears, the Karna mein, the Bheri Nada of the Guru's Mahavakya Upadesha, we have to go on listening. See how cute, how beautiful. That's why I said, fantastic topic, these three shlokas are. सब कुछ आ गया इसमें. So, Atmajnana Prabodhakrut Shabdikayam Vedanta Mahavakya Bheryam Tat Karna Mule Tadyamanayam. When this goes on happening, he wakes up. What he wakes up to? है ना? What is said in the main mantra? मेन मंत्र में क्या कहा कि किमिह अन्यम वावदिशदिति स एतमेव पुरुषम ब्रह्म ततमम पश्यत ना. तो ये यहाँ अभी भगवान शंकर जी कनेक्ट करके टॉपिक को आगे बढ़ा रहे. तो इन दिस वे द कर्ण में द वेदांत महावाक्य भेरी इज बीइंग कंटिन्यूअसली डन बाय द परम कारुणिक आचार्य. अगेन परम करुणा इस बार एक बार बोलकर छोड़ के नहीं गए, बार बार बोलते. And there we should have the parama concern for ourselves, that we should ask the Guru, aur bhi bataye, aur bataye. That's like whole Bhagavatam is like that. Not one question he asked and kept quiet. He went on asking one after the other. Guru also kind of, तुम पूछ रहे तो मैं भी तैयार बताने को. Gita also. Till awakening happened, that sincerity of the disciple in wanting to know from the Guru, and Guru was equally true and sincere and compassionate to go on answering till he gets woken up. And a patient visiting the hospital or doctor till he becomes healthy with his own patients. Doctor also equally patiently treating the patient till he becomes healthy. So it shows us once you hook on to the Adhyatmika Jivana and Guru and Shastra, till the moksha happens, we should not unhook or go away. In our own interest. See how many subtle important secrets are revealed in this mantra and bhashyam required for us being sincere and consistent in our sadhana till we reach the siddhi. That's the beauty of bhashya and bhashyaka. So in this way, continuously in the year and through the year up to the Mula, when the Bheri Ninada of the Mahavakya Upadesha of the Upanishads or the Vedanta, which are the Atma Jnana Prabodhakrita, when he was going on listening. And what is Mahavakya? Insmi Aiga Prajnanam Brahma. Last May. And the famous Mahavakya is Tattvamasi. So in that again, the explanation aspect में you with this limited upadhis, the Ishvara with samishti upadhi, उपाधि के दृष्टि से lots of bheda are there. In that bheda and dvaita, the comparisons, the attachments, the raga dveshas, they continue and you suffer. So what is to be done? What are the karanas by which the bheda is established? Upadhi. Unko chodo. Beyond the upadhi, you look at it, everyone are same. Identify with that. This is the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesh. सो मैं अपना पंचकोश छिलका निकाल दिया, मैं आत्मा. आप मेरे सामने आए, आपके भी पंचकोश छिलका निकाल दी, आप भी आत्मा हो. तीसरा बंदा आया, उसका भी फाइव कोशा स्किन रिमूव्ड, इज आल्सो आत्मा. ईश्वरा केम, ईश्वरास ऑल सर्वज्ञत्वादि कोशास रिमूव्ड, इज आल्सो आत्मा. तो ऑल आर वन परम ब्रह्म. दिस महावाक्य का सारांश. And that till everything is understood consciously deep within, subjectively practiced, going into that gufa. Like Vivikta, seen as we saw, told by Ramji in our Adhyatma Ramayanam, we have to spend few lives, please, totally exclusive. giving up all other pursuits, enter into that solitude we have to do. I wish and pray in this very life happens to all of us. And don't tell me, I know the thing. जी उसके लिए पहले आप क्लास तो बंद करो. अदर देन द क्लास ऑल अदर थिंग्स. क्लास भी होएगा अगर आप जोर से चाहोगे तो बंद. बट दैट शुड लीड टू ओनली सिटिंग समवेयर एंड डूइंग ध्यान. उसके लिए डेटा पूरा मिल गया तो यू कैन. इवन मी, व्हेन आई गेट फुल डेटा क्लियर, व्हाई विल आई कंटिन्यू क्लास? I'll just go sit and work out. Please remember, you have to be practical to be experiencing it, not only by theory. By the way, that's not the discussion here. Discussion is that Parama Karunika Acharya Maharaj, in the years up to the Moola reaching of this slumberous, sleepy samsari who is suffering but not still waking up, to him that Vahavakya Bheri Nada, he goes on continuously, does the Tadanam. Tadanam is a hitting of that sound. है ना, जब साउंड हिट करता है तभी उठेगा. बेटा उठो बोले तो उठेगा नहीं. साउंड जोर से, अरे उठ गधा अभी तो सो रहा है, देन ही वेक्स. तो हियर आल्सो वेदांत महावाक्य भेर्याम तत्कर्ण मूले ताड्यमानायाम. देन व्हाट विल हैपन? देन व्हाट शुड हैपन? और टिल हैपनिंग ऑफ व्हाट? दैट from the guru we should receive that bheri tadanam of the महावाक्य उपदेश. सबका एक ही आंसर, ये रिजल्ट मिलने तक. What is that result? Which is said is Brahma Purusham Tata Mama Pashyatu. He is awakening now. In the देखो सिनेमा में 3 ही घंटा होता है जिंदगी, बट जिंदगी 3 घंटे का नहीं होता ना. इट इज अबाउट 100 years, बट 3 years में कंसिडर करके बताते हैं. पहला घंटा बचपन, दूसरा जवानी, तीसरा बुढ़ापा, और उसके बाद माँ नहीं बाप नहीं. In the same way, Upanishad में एक ही श्लोक and in one भाषा it will be told, but it will be a lifelong lives together practice for us. Don't forget it. So see that in a capsule form precisely how the entire creation, bondage, suffering, liberation, all are covered in these 3 khandas of the first adhyaya. है ना, सहीक्षता, है ना, आत्मा वैदम एकमेव अग्रे आसीत से लेकर, इफ यू रियली डेली कॉन्टेम्पलेट ना 10-15 मिनट, पूरा पिक्चर विल बी अवर्स एज टू हाउ वी एंटर इनटू बॉडी, गेट बाउंड एंड सफर. देन द नेक्स्ट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ हाउ टू गेट लिबरेटेड. So that Bheri Nada is entering in the ears. Up to what? We have to listen and we allow the Guru to speak. Easy gain here. Ki tat karna mule tadyamanayam etam eva. This self alone, this Paramatma alone, who is Shrushtya-adi kartrutvena prakrutam. Who was told prakrutam is in this context as the karta of the Shrishti-adi. है ना, सृष्ट्यादि कर्तृत्वेन प्रकृतम. Prakrita means in this context that Paramatma who is said as the Karta of the Srishti-adi, who is called as Purusham in the Upanishad Mata. Purusham means Puri Shayanam Atmanam. Now why Purusha? The one who is entered in the body and got identified. No, but if you don't identify, detach from it, who are you actually? Atmanam. That Atma ko Brahma. Why Brahma? Bruhat Tatamam Takarena Ekena Luktena. So Tatamama is the word in the Upanishad. One Takara is missing. So that one Ta, if you add, what will you become? Bruhat Tata Tamam. Bruhat Tatamama Pashyat. तो 1 तकार का लोप हुआ, तुम ऐड करो. इफ यू ऐड करो तो क्या होगा? बृहत तथा तमम. बृहत मीन्स बिगर देन बिगेस्ट, तथा मीन्स परमेटिंग, तमा मीन्स ऑल. That Parabrahma which is bigger than the biggest, which is all permeating, that is the meaning of Bruhat Tatamamam is equal to Bruhat Tata Tamam. When you add one more Tama, Bruhat Tata Tamam. Tama is superlative degree, not Tamaguna. So Tata means permeation. Tata Tama means which is superlatively permeated everywhere. And what is that actually which permeated? Bruhat. Why? It is Brahma. So what is Brahma? Defined also here. Purusham Brahma Apashyat is a sentence. Purusha is Purushainath. Because he entered in the body, he suffered so far. Now he is no more suffering. His liberated Purusha is going to become. Why? He is identifying with his original self. What is the original self? Brahatu. What is Brahma? What is Brahma? Bruhat Tata Mama is in the Upanishad. Bruhat Tata Tamam. Bruhat bigger than biggest. Tata pervading. Tama is all. Tama is all pervading. है ना सर्वम कहते हैं यहाँ तमम कहते हैं यहाँ in other places called as sarvam, here it's called as tamam. So bruhat tata tamam. Bruhat is bigger than biggest, tata is permeating, tama is all. So that all permeating bigger than biggest, which is the definition of Brahman, that Brahman he has awakened to by the very nada of the Mahavakya Upadesha by the Guru Paramakarunika Acharya Paramakarunika in the ears. See, Bhadram Karinemi Shunyava. So, tat karnamule tadyamanayam etameva purusham. This Purusha only. Which Purusha? Shrishtyadi kartrutvena prakrutam. Who in this Upanishad, in this context, as a karta of the whole Srishti is mentioned. Therefore, Paramatma said as Srishti Karta Ityadi. They are not to prove either the Srishti or the Paramatma is the Karta. It is for us to awaken to our identity with that Purusha. So, etameva purusham, which Purusha? Srishtyadi kartrutvena prakrutam. And why are you calling me as Purusha? Purushayanam. And in what way he discovered that Purusha? Atmanam. These are all words in the main Upanishad. Brahma. What is Brahma? Bruhat tatamam. Tatamam takarena ekena luptena. Therefore, add that one takara, what it will happen? Tatatamam means vyaptatamam. That is what. So, paripurnam, that is all pervading. Then, akashavat, like the exact akasha, pratyabudhyata apashyata. He has awakened to that Brahman by contemplating on the Mahavakya taught by the Guru. Katham, now this is what is a twist which I was saying from last 3 days. Katham means idam Brahma mama atmanaha sadupam adarsham drushtavan asmi. This Brahman, which is my own real self, nature of my own essential self. Idam Brahma mama atmanah sarupam adarsham drushtavan asmi. ये जो ब्रह्म जो मेरे आत्म स्वरूप है उसको मैंने अनुभव दर्शन किया इति नो अहो इति विचारणार्थ प्लुति पूर्वम तो इति why that pluti is given it is only to say aho iti vicharanartha means I have done the vicharana, I have discovered myself. So whoever does the vicharana they will discover it. To hint to that the pluta shabda is given. Pluta means the elongated swara. Adarsamiti jo kaha na that dirgha is only to say really I could recognize. Anybody who tries they can recognize. This is the 12th mantra Bhashya. Now main things are told. Word meaning, Bhashya meaning. Now उन सबको हमारे समझदारी में हमें rearrange systematically करना है. This is everybody's homework. Not at all difficult. The first part is exhaustively seen from so many days of how Paramatma created, entered, identified, became Jiva and went on suffering. And how many anarthas are coming to him, but he is not na prabudhyate. By this, what is said, other than the Acharya Upadesha, one by one's own self cannot awaken from this slumbera samsara to the realizing self or liberating self. Then have total surrender to the Guru because he is Paramakarunika, is helping in liberation. Like a doctor, Paramakarunika is curing us of our disease and pain. And the mother Paramakarunika, father, the hotel wala, because हमारे खाना भूख वाले दुख को लोग दूर कर रहे हैं. Then how much simple, humble, obedient we have to be. The Paramakarunika Shabda used for the Guru is not for the Guru. Its consequences on us, how we have to surrender, how we have to get the guidance and practice in our interest. Like Puja Gurudev is Paramakarunika. Who is Paramakarunika? We have to use how? By being surrendering to him, obedient to him, and doing all sadhanas told so that we evolve. So in our life, Paramakarunika Guru will come, and in our ears, he will do the Bheri Ninada of the Atma Jnana Upadesha Krut Vedanta Mahavakya Bheryam Tat Karnamule Tadyamanayam. Go on beating with this Mahavakya in your own ears. Allow the Guru to do so. Etameva Purusham, he discovers. Purishayanat Purusham, and who is that Purusha? Prakrutam in the context, Sushtyadi Kartutvena Prakrutam, who is mentioned here as the Karta of the Sushtyadi, and who is a Purusha because he is entered into the body. He, Purishayanam, who is our own self, the Atmanam, and who in the Upanishad said is as Brahma. Why is what type of Brahma? Bruhat Tatamam. Takarena ekena luptena. Never add that takara. It becomes tatatamam. Tatatamam means vyaptatamam. What is vyaptatamam? Paripurnam. How? Akashavat. Akashavat. Then pratyavabudhyata. To that Paramatma he has awakened. How? Idam Brahma mama atmanaha sarupa. Sarupam. Idam Brahma mama atmanaha sarupam adarsham. Dushtavan asmi. So this is Brahman, my own essential self. I have awakened to it. In this way, he proclaims others, tells others when they ask, and the same thing he experiences inside. Then there is no more. His identity with the Dehadi as a Jiva to suffer is a liberated being. Iti. No, yasmadidam ityeva yat sakshat aparokshat brahma sarvantaram apashyat parokshena paroksha priyayi devaha. Now one question I will drop and go. So when others ask, what he says, this Brahman I have recognized. That's what I started today in the beginning of this month talking after our introduction. Where are you now? I am in the liberated stage. What do you mean liberated? I have discovered this Brahman as myself. So what do you mean by this Brahman? Brahman is never this, no? But this is how the Paroksha Rupena, the explanation is said. So about that, Paroksha telling is the only way, but it has to be realized Pratyaksha Rupena for liberation to convey these two thoughts, which are very essential. The last sloka of this, Khanda and Adhyaya, is there 14th kalam usko padhenge. The problem in Vedanta is objectifying the subjective study. Because other than saying objectively, Guru cannot say other way. So too, anything said can be objective only, can be objectively only. Saying presupposes, requisites objectiveness. And the subject cannot be an object, but it has to be conveyed. When it is conveyed, it becomes objective. Then the listener listens it objectively only, but all that is spoken is about subject. ये वाला सब्जेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट वाला क्लैरिटी होल वर्ल्ड यू कैन बी ऑब्जेक्टिवली लिविंग विथ but with the self in spirituality you cannot objective subject but not knowing it and because of the habit of being objective so you also try to be objective. What is the meaning of trying to objective? Either try to understand the self or try to know the self through the vrittis, but the self is beyond all that. उन सबको छोड़ो, what remains is self. By saying so, don't stop at the intellectual level. Intellect only indicates to you about the presence of the truth and the path to reach the truth. After that, drop intellect and intellect's understanding and all experience. Like Nidra, you read 20 books and you understand. You give lecture, Baji. Has it got any relation with the actual experience of Nidra? So too about the health. All the things written. Has there any meaning in that writings and anymore? Please remember, word exploration, intellectual understanding has nothing to do experience with experience. Experience alone gives liberation. Why do we say nothing to do? It has a place when it is to be used, intellectual knowledge. But after that, other than if we don't have the guts to drop it, no, to actual experience we can't reach. Such are the pseudo philosophers who go on talking on Vedanta, never experiencing it. Therefore, they never inspire others. They themselves are not realized. How can they? So, these very crucial topics we discuss tomorrow. With that, this Khanda will move over, or Adhyaya also. Second Adhyaya we enter. And before that, 7-8 days of Bhashya Bhashakara, I will definitely study myself and discuss with you. We stop here with wishes for Deepavali. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matriyam Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thanks, friend.